So this is the Sigma 30mm F1.4, and for most photographers and filmmakers, they consider this as the most perfect lens. But is it perfect? I have been doing photography for a little over 6 years now, but I recently just got this lens, like maybe just a year ago. And I've taken dozens of photos and videos with this lens, and I can honestly say that this is a very good lens. But there's one instance where I couldn't use this lens, so stick around to see what that is so that you don't make a mistake into buying this lens. But before we get there, let's look at why everybody loves this lens in the first place.
The first time I ever handled this lens, you will feel right away how light this lens is. The Sigma 30mm F1.4 weighs just 265 grams, which makes this attractive for those who would like to keep their setup light. As we continue to look at the physical features of this lens, we will notice that this is a simple design. It has a metal mount to the camera, it is made out of plastic but it doesn't feel like cheap plastic, and it's exterior rubber for the focus ring. You also get a plastic front cap, back cap, and a plastic lens hood. The lens filter is 52mm and it is an autofocus lens. You can tell with these electronic connections over here. And as a bonus tip, this is how you can save money with your lens filters. Instead of buying multiple filters for different thread sizes, all you need to do is buy adapter rings. They're inexpensive and you can get multiple sizes, and all you need to do is buy the largest size of the filter that you want and then buy the adapter rings. So it doesn't matter what lens you're using, you can still use the lens filter that you have.
But before we get to the rest of the video, if you feel like you want to be a graphic designer, or if you feel like your experience is holding you back from getting the career that you really want, then I'm excited to tell you about today's sponsor, Southern New Hampshire University, or SNHU. SNHU is one of the largest accredited non-profit online degree offerings in the nation, and I'm excited to tell you about their graphic design degree. In this program, you get to turn your creative ideas through concept, design, and digital media, and you can complete your degree with a portfolio you can work with to advance your career or land your first job. What's great about SNHU is that they have multiple terms to start throughout the year, so you can complete your degree at your own pace, and they have 24/7 accessibility so that you can complete your degree whenever it's convenient for you. SNHU is also radically affordable. They're one of the lowest online degree offerings in the nation. So go to snhu.edu/TimoteoGD, and the link is also in the description below, where you can find free information about the bachelor's degree in graphic design. When you press that free information, a real person will hop on a call and discuss how the program will benefit you personally. So once again, go to snhu.edu/TimoteoGD, and the link is also in the description below, where you can find free information regarding the bachelor's degree in graphic design or any other degrees that SNHU has to offer. Now let's go back to the video.
This is an APS-C lens, meaning that to those who uses full frame, this lens has an equivalent focal length of about 50mm, and this is a prime lens, meaning that it is a fixed focal length. This lens has a large aperture of f1.4, which makes this so attractive to both photographers and filmmakers, because with this lens you can get those smooth blurry bokeh, perfect to get some cinematic b-rolls and aesthetically pleasing photos. Myself, I really like using this lens, except when I'm at home, and I'll tell you more about that later on. But for now, here are 5 reasons why this lens is amazing and why the hype is real with the Sigma 30mm F1.4.
The first reason why you should get this lens is, number one, because of its high aperture, or this is a really fast lens. You don't get a lot of lenses with the f1.4, and even if you do get one of those lenses, they usually cost too much. Like, they cost a lot of money, which leads to my second point, that this is fairly cheap for a prime lens. Right now in Amazon, you can get this lens for $370 brand new Canadian dollars. But if you go to Facebook Marketplace or any used lenses or used photography marketplaces, you can probably get this for $200 to $250 Canadian. And that is a really good price considering how good this lens is. And later in this video, I'm going to show you examples, photos and video examples of how good this lens is. The third reason is that this is a fairly lightweight lens. For those who like to, for filmmakers who would like to keep their setup light, or for those who want to use a gimbal, this is perfect lens for that. And if you're photographers, if you want to just keep your setup light for your street photography or landscape photography, photography, then this is perfect as well. The fourth reason is that this is perfect for all types of photography. If you're doing portraits, if you're doing product photography, if you're if you're a filmmaker, if you're a landscape photographer, this is lens that can do it all, honestly. And last reason is that this lens is extremely sharp, especially for its price. The lens is really sharp from corner to corner, and I enjoy taking pictures and videos with this lens every single time I use it. Sigma did a really good job with this lens, and you're not gonna disappoint if you buy this lens. I really like the natural look. Even if you don't put any picture profiles on your camera, this lens will do a great job in your photos. I really like this, and I really recommend it. Good job, Sigma. And here are some photos and video samples of what you will get if you buy the Sigma 30 f1.4. Now, what is wrong with the Sigma 30 f1.4? Well, because of its crop factor with the APS-C cameras, this is an equivalent of a 50 millimeters for a full frame, and you can't really use this in a small room. Like, I really like the compression of this lens to my face, and with the blurry background, I really like the cinematic look. But if I use it in the car, or if I use it in my room, my studio, it's not gonna work. It's just too tight, and in my opinion, it doesn't really look good. Now, this is not much of an issue if you have a big room, or if you're in a big space like this where you can just step back so you can get those blurry backgrounds, and you can just get focused on your face. But for my room right now, that's why I'm recording this outside, is because I can't use this lens in my home studio. But the results of the Sigma 30mm f1.4 is still unbelievably good, and you will not regret buying this lens. So the Sigma 30mm f1.4 is perfect for all types of photography or filmmaking that you want to do. If it's for YouTube, street photography, landscape photography, product photography, whatever it can be, you will not be disappointed with the Sigma 30mm f1.4. But can this lens really beat a zoom lens? Check out this video on my review of the Tamron 17-70 and let me know if this will beat the Sigma 30mm f1.4. See you in the next video.